episode of From the Shadows. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying the save, please do drop a like on the video. Now, we're going to start off, of course, with a question of the day. And as always, if you do have any ideas for a question of the day, please do drop them in the comments with the hashtag QOTD. Now, today's question is, which is the FM save that you have enjoyed the most? One personal or one that you have recorded? I assume that means for YouTube. So, firstly, guys, let me know what your favourite ever save on FM is. Let me know in the comments. Favourite one I ever did on YouTube is, for me, at the moment, still has to be Pompey, just because of the sheer length and epicness that kind of came with it, and the sort of characters that was involved towards the end of that save, with the likes of Millington and Vanos and Pipoca and Robert Gray and all of the lads, basically. It was a fantastic team we built there, and it was just great fun, basically. That's my favourite YouTube save that I've ever done. Most favourite one that I ever did off of YouTube was one I did on FM14 before I started. It was the last save I did on FM before I started doing YouTube, basically. And I did a save with the Portuguese team, União da Madeira, which those of you know is, you know, the island off the coast of Portugal, quite a long way off the coast. It's where Cristiano Ronaldo is from. And in fact, they're actually sponsored by his football museum now. And they've actually just this year, on the last day, won promotion to Portugal's top flight for the first time, I think, since the 90s. So that's going to be awesome. They've got a really cool yellow and blue, like yellow and baby blue striped kit. It's really, really nice. But I fell in love with that club. They were just brilliant. It was great. I was writing like a narrative thing to go with it, but I never actually published that in any form. It's just something I was writing for fun at the time. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, in our last episode, of course, we had the game against Nice, and we were fantastic. A 3-0 win against Nice was superb. Our home form is looking scrumptious at times anyway, but we are still certainly going to need to pick up some more points this year if we intend to actually try and stay up. And it's been a really tough month, really. We've had some really winnable games that we've failed to win, I think, and it's a bit disappointing for that. But then we've also had some ones that I would have thought would struggle in that we've done well in, so it's a bit of both. We started off away at Monaco, and I mean, we literally didn't turn up. We were so poor in this one. Injuries didn't help with this, I must say, but Adolfo Morava gave Monaco the lead just before half-time, before Lucas Ocampos made it 2-0 in the second half. But we did lose Sebastian Cantini for the next match, I think. And Johan Villa thankfully wasn't too badly injured, but it was just a poor performance. Cherry has not had a good month. I don't think he scored for us at all this month. We've not had a good time. We've not been scoring many ourselves, though, I have to say. We actually went on a horrible spell without really scoring many at all. Next up, we had Olympique Marseille at home, and Marseille further down than you'd expect, but we managed to hang on and get a draw here, which was good. And Segrist was man of the match, which was fantastic, being the laundryman again. But I don't know, I'm just worrying about the amount of goals we're scoring. It's just not a lot. You might notice as well that we've actually played one more game. I decided that instead of doing the next game, well, the last episode to the PSG game in 3 episodes, I'll do it in 2. So the next game against PSG will be in the next episode. So you get another rivalry game nice and quickly, which is kind of cool. So yeah. Next up, we went to Evian, who were not doing well in the league at the time. I think they were actually in the relegation zone, and we just were not good enough again. We've had some really poor performances. Yiris Kembo Ikoko gave Evian the lead after just 5 minutes, and then Mustafa Yatabare's penalty made it 2, and we just didn't offer anything. We have some poor performances on the road this season, and it's been a shame, and we need to really buck our ideas up, particularly against teams that we're supposed to be competing with for not getting relegated this year. Lorient was a similar story, in fact, almost identical, though we did play a lot better in this one. We still weren't good enough, and Omar Damari and Alvin Arundel's goals just, they sunk us, and yet again we had no response to it. We really did struggle to score for a few games, and it was horrible to watch. I really say it was horrible. Just nothing really happened for those games. Then finally, back at home against Lyon, who admittedly aren't doing so well this year, and we actually got their manager sacked with this result. We did manage to get a win, finally. Jordan Ferry gave them the lead on 30 minutes, and I thought this was going to be another terrible result, and I wondered if it was going to be us sort of slumping off down towards relegation. And notice that Benjamin Stambouli, who I believe is at Spurs in real life, there, and also Trent Sainsbury. That is a fantastic name. I enjoy him a lot. I swear we had a guy with a similar kind of name on my Pompey save. It was a regen, though. But yeah, but in the second half, we actually bucked up our ideas. You know, Leon had a lot of long shots, and Jordan Ferry's one wasn't quite long, but it was still, you know, a fairly disappointing goal to concede. But Jeremy Oban from a corner, 1-1, and it was the first goal we'd scored in about 3 or 4 weeks, I was getting, not 3 or 4 weeks, the game's gone quite thick and fast, which is why our squad's been stretched a little bit. But then, in stoppage time, Sebastian Cantini with the free kick, 2-1, and suddenly the confidence poured back in like water filling a glass. It was great. And then we had Angers away from home in the next match. Angers was second from bottom, and we still couldn't come up with anything. Jonathan Kodjia gave them the lead on just 2 minutes. These early goals are killing us. Romain Thomas made it 2-0 after 15 minutes. Now, we just didn't offer anything. In the second half, we got a little bit better, but eventually it was Ivan Antelek off the bench to score. I think that might be his first ever goal on the top flight for us, but it's poor. We've had some really bad results this month. The Lyon game and the Marseille game give us the points we need to just sort of keep our heads above water, but it's still not great. We've got 20 points on the board. We're 6 points above the relegation zone, and we do, in fact, have no games in hand. Well, teams don't have any games in hand on us that are in the relegation zone, which is good. But teams like Toulouse have got 2 games in hand, and all the teams below there that are just outside do have games in hand. But you'll notice that our opponent today, Stade Brestois, have already conceded 40 times in the first in their first 17 games. A minus 30 goal difference after just 17 matches is horrific. Nantes are still doing fantastically well in the league, and Bordeaux are flying away at the top there. Only 1 defeat for them, but Paris Saint-Germain can take the lead back again with a win, which you'd feel they'll probably get because they're playing against Nantes. That's going to be a tough game, actually. So you just never know what can happen there. As for, look at that, no injuries. That is beautiful. Brestois have a lot of injuries, and I guess that could be contributing to their demise at the moment, and that would make a lot of sense. But we do need to score a few more goals. We're not getting many goals, and we've conceded too many. I feel like 25 goals is a lot to have conceded so far when you look at some of the other teams around us. That minus 7 goal difference is a bit of a worry. We need some more results like the Nice game, basically. But I still feel that with 20 points on the board after 17 matches, we're heading for a comfortable, safe haven, basically. I think we're going to be okay, and that's good because the money's pouring in now. We've got about nearly 6 million in the bank, I think. Goals, Alberto Cherry, 8 still in 18, not so great. Didac, Aubin and Cantini have 2 each now. As for assists, Pereira, we really do need a little bit more, but it really is a difficulty when you're struggling down at the bottom and just struggling to score. Cantini now has 3 man of the match awards though, which is fantastic. Average rating, Cantini, Didac, Aubin and Sigurdsson are the only ones above 7 at the moment. But that being said, key passes still 66 for Didac, which is great. Aerial challenges 88 for Aubin, of course. Key tackles 14 from Mustafa King, and interceptions, of course, is Aubin. Again, value-wise, it's all about Alberto Cherry. Now, I just wonder where Didac ranks on here. Is he still up there? So he's still the most creative player in this division. We just need to get a little bit more goals. We need a little bit more goals, lads. So let's just see what we can do today. We're at home against the bottom club. They've been shocking all season. They've conceded 40 times already, and they don't score many either. This is the perfect chance to get some goals. Now, based on what I've just said, that probably means we're going to get the dick in this game. So Cherry, Didac, Pereira, and Villa, Gape. Good to see Gape's fit again. Bulens, Mbar, Aubin, Mustafa King, and Cavare. Is 10 still? Yeah, that's the problem. He's only just come back to fitness, and it's a little bit disappointing to see that, but not much we can really do. I'm going to get Gamiet on the bench instead of Hugo, because we really only need 1 striker substitute. There's no point in having 2. What we really need is lots of midfield substitution. That's what we have. Cantini. Yeah, the great thing about having Cavare and Cantini is we can rotate them now, because they're both excellent, and when one gets a little bit tired, we can bring in another, and it's fantastic. That's a great... I'm really glad we've got at least a little bit more strength in the fullback positions. Mbar could be a bit of a weak link for us, but we are the favourites, which is always nice. Let's do this. I really want another win. Yeah, he's played well, and yeah, I really want to see him... he's just been rested. Again, don't know who that is. I'd want to see Alberto Cherry get a goal today. This is the perfect team to get a goal against. They're struggling. They've got poor form. They've conceded loads. You know, if he needs to get his form back. He started so well, but he's gone off the boil a bit in the last sort of few games, as have the team in general. You know, we've only scored 2 goals in like our last 5 or 6 matches, so that needs to be changed massively. Right, here we go. Bulens with the ball. Oh, what a strike that is from Bulens. That must be his first ever goal for us. Oh, what a goal from Joachim Bulens. Wow, he must be on free kicks because Cantini's not playing. What a strike that was. We are 1 goal to the good, which is brilliant. And actually could move us into the top half, amazingly, considering how poor we've been lately. And yeah, look at that. We could actually... Oh no, we'd actually be 11th. But what? Why are we not seeing it? Oh, come on. Great strike, just about in there. That is an amazing strike from the youngster. He'll cherish that one. Hopefully it could be the first of a couple of goals today. Possession-wise, we're looking absolutely completely dominant, like 68% possession. We should have this game in the bag based on that. If we can get another goal, I feel we'll be good. Gape now. He's always good for a goal. Round for Didats here. Will he strike it? He does. It's 2-0 to Paris FC now. Didats with his third of the season. Pereira, I think, provided the assist, or was it Gape? But this is a good chance for us to roll that goal difference back a little bit. Ah, God, I'm glad we had this game coming up. At home, we look really solid. Away from home, a little bit less. Didats, great little touch here. He's actually outside the area when he strikes that, but it is 2-0 to Paris FC now, and that should be game, set and match looking at the stats for this one, but you just never know with this game. Anything could happen. But a good, solid performance in this first half. Let's try and keep a clean sheet as well while we're at it. If we could do that, that would be just spiffing. Cherry's not having much of a good game, is he? Again. He's not even... Jeez, actually, I might have to bring him off now. I might just, get it off and get Antelek on. Just give him a run out at this point. Oh, bugger. Sorry, my bad. I always need to check what he's saying. Usually it's right, but sometimes they say those stupid ones. So, yeah, let's just go with that. I may as well give Antelek a go. He scored a goal for us this month, and Cherry hasn't, and we need to give him some incentive to get back in this team that, he isn't irreplaceable. Ooh, Cavare clears it. He's going to need to step up for us a little bit. I want to see him get 20 goals for us this year in all comps, and he started off so well towards doing that, but we need to see a little bit more from him, I think. Right, well, this is certainly tailing off a little bit. Yeah, we need to make some more changes, I'm thinking. Kylian Philippe's going to come on for a ban, and I'm thinking Didats off as well. I know it's early, but I just want to, rest some of these legs. Didats had a great game, but we've got games thick and fast at the moment, and I want to make sure that we don't get any injuries, basically, to important players. So Janvier on, and Kylian Philippe, who's having a great season already for us, on as well. He's pretty much become first team quality now for us this year, which is great as well. To have a player come through the youth academy like that and step up and be a first team quality player so quickly is fantastic. And with Djorkaeff comes back from his loan spell, I feel that he'll probably be able to come straight into the first team as well, which is brilliant because it means like we basically get some extra signings when a load of these loanees come back, and that for me is excellent stuff. Plus, don't forget we've got other players coming in, so it's all looking good for us. And Via Antelek round the corner, great goal from Ivan Antelek, 3-0 to Paris FC. Top performance from us in these live comms lately. I wish we could transfer that form when I'm not commentating on the games. It's actually the opposite of what we've had in some of our other saves. Gape there, nice work, and Via, I still need to get him on a contract, but at the moment he's not bothered, so I'll just accept it. Antelek round the corner, and it is 3-0, scoring his second goal of the season, so that's nice to see. It's nice to see him get on the score sheet a bit more. Go on, one more goal. Do you fancy it, lads? Oh, I think they do, Cavare, ball into Janvier. Can he pick out a pass? Bulens, it's a penalty now as well. Don't know who's going to take it. It might work. It is. It's going to be Joachim Bulens. To be fair, he's got good penalties as well, and his finishing isn't that bad, I don't think. Wow, if he was to score a brace today, that would be impressive. Go on, Jochen. Oh, he's put it in the back of that. Paris FC 4, Stade Brestois 0, and a game where they would... Yeah, this is the perfect result to get our confidence back a little bit. We've had a poor run, but we come up against a team who basically can't stop conceding for shit, and we've smashed 4 past them, and that is perfect for us, and I'm really, really happy with that. I'd like to try and see if we could shut them out on shots on target too. That'd be ideal. And looks like we're going to achieve that goal as well. Oh, there we go. Ball in, headed away there, and it's Paris FC 4, Stade Brestois 0. Perfect performance. Joachim Bulens, man of the match. Perfect performance from him. No injuries. Rested a few players towards the end of that game as well. A really solid performance for us, and that moves us 8 points clear of the relegation places, and that is tasty. And yeah, I mean, they're going to go down. If they carry on at this rate, they're going down. And they're looking to concede nearly 90 goals at the moment if they carry on like this. And their goal difference is shocking. They can't score, and we finally scored a few more goals, and that's pleasing, and it's nice. I'm glad we did that in the live com. Now, you know what's coming up in the next episode. You know it. It's Paris Saint-Germain at home. There's going to be quite a lot to talk about in that episode because it's actually quite a long way away. That game isn't until, now that it's been rearranged, I've just noticed that, isn't until the 3rd of February. So, yeah, I mean, there's not that many games in the meantime. We've got, Troyes, we've got Monaco. We'll probably have a few cup games in there too. We've got Nantes and Saint-Etienne and Stade Rennes, but I just figured, screw it. Let's just make that game the game for the next episode. Our home match against Paris Saint-Germain, you just never know what we can do. Our home form, actually, has been fairly solid. Last time we lost a home game was against Bordeaux. Since then we've won it, draw it, won it. So, that's not bad, really. 13 points from our last 5 home games, but it is going to be massively tough against a team like Paris Saint-Germain. But I'm really looking forward to our second sort of rivalry match of the season. I hope you enjoyed the last one, and I'm just get hyped for it. So guys, if you like what you've seen, please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like it even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcaster icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for a massive game against Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully we'll be in a much more comfortable position by then, but we do have some very, very tough games coming up. So only time will tell if that's going to be the case. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.